Welcome back to Manda Plays Games. We are on the Oregon Trail. I figured today we would do this Whitewater one. Even though it's infinite, we'll just go. I think to unlock the Book of Hymns, you just have to go until you die or fall or whatever. But see how far you can steer your raft down the rapids of the Columbia River in this endless version of the classic minigame. So let's try this and then we'll see how we do. We'll see. Let's pull my, my keyboard. Sorry, holy moly, my keyboard up. What happened? The party of travelers awakens on the bank of the Columbia River, battered and bruised. They are surrounded by the sodden remains of their belongings and a broken wagon. You all decided to hire a raft just outside of the Dalles. I seem to recall objecting in the strongest possible terms, but we started floating down the Columbia River regardless. Even from the beginning, the wind was fierce, and then the current began to pick up. Alright, so A and D, that's all we need to do. Hopefully, we won't die. Oh man, okay. Looks like we have 3 wagons. Excuse me. Oh no! We're getting scary already. Oh my gosh. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Oh no. Whoa. Whoa. I'm surprised I haven't, damaged anything yet. Oh, yep, there we go. The hitbox on my wagon must be very small. Oh, jeez. Because I have to pretty much hit head on. Fish. Oh, man. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Ah, there we go. Well, that's how long I lasted. 7,011 is my final score. At least, I think that's what happened. Yes, I'm sure that's right. I won't fault the effort you put in, but it was all for naught. I always knew something terrible like this would happen. Thank goodness some of our provisions survived. Alright, I think that's it. Rafting the Columbia River is not without danger. It was fortunate that the party of travelers survived after they crashed and were washed ashore. See if you can make it even further next time. Alright, I got a hymn book. Lovely. Alright, well, since there is no way I'm posting a 4-minute video onto YouTube, let's go ahead and do something else too. So, we have done the Oregon Trail. I did the prologue on my own. We did Winter Migration. We haven't done the Nature Trail because that's not much. You just go through it. So is the Tranquil Trail is non-interactive. We haven't done Oregon or Bust, but I think that's just the difficult version of the Oregon Trail, so I don't think it unlocks anything specific. We've done Pushed West, we've done the Chisholm Trail, we've done Bitter Winter, we have done all 4 of these, so let's go ahead and do one of these guys. Let's see if we can do Lost Hollow. Stephen Meek, the head of an enormous wagon train, has led his party astray. Help them survive the perils of the desert. Survive until help arrives. This one's really difficult because everybody gets like dysentery and cholera and poops themselves all night long and starves and dies of thirst. I have done this one before and I have passed it, but just barely by the skin of my teeth. So, renowned explorer Stephen Meek led his wagon train west to Oregon, but has become lost in the unfamiliar terrain of the high desert. He sent some scouts ahead, to look for a route forward, and they are due back at any moment. We have no choice but to make camp here while we seek a way out. Besides the 4 of us, there are 10 other survivors we can rely on to explore and salvage. The scout I sent out this morning should be back any second. These buzzards are circling. A scout. I'm sorry, but I couldn't find signs of a way out. It's more desert as far as the eye can see in every direction. It's too late to turn back. 10 remaining survivors consume a total of 10 pounds of food supplies. There are 40 pounds of food supplies remaining. Then what's this? 80 pounds of just fun? Should send a group of survivors out to salvage supplies. What do I have them look for? Let's send some out to look for survivors right now. I'd like to have at least 56 over 50%. I need to think carefully about how many survivors to send. Sending more will improve the odds of a successful mission, but also increase the number of survivors that may be lost. Because if we find more survivors, sure, we'd have to spend more food? Uh-oh. But you have more survivors to send out. After some time passes, it's clear that none of the survivors are going to return. Okay, Stephen Meek, Pearl, Lucian, and Red Road. The 3 remaining survivors consume a total of 3 pounds of food supplies. There are 37 pounds of food supplies remaining. Okay. Well, I guess let's have them look for the other survivors. Jeez. It's one sole person. Yep, though one survivor manages to return, they weren't able to discover any other survivors. Okay. The Lost Hollow. Well, now we just wait. Okay, we eat some food. I should send a group of survivors. Let's look for medicine. Lord knows we're gonna need it. Oh, they lost. They got lost in the desert to die. A terrible bang echoes from within the wagon, and Lucian cries out in pain. Lucian got hit by a bullet. The bullet has struck Lucian in his torso. Oh no, he got shot in the guts. Lucian is severely injured and needs medical attention as soon as possible. Oof. Sorry, baby. Alright. So let's look for medicine. Send both of them out and die. I can't remember how I played this one. Yep, none of them are going to return. That's fine. So now we just wait here and die. Stephen Meek, I presume. I'm scouting ahead of the party of one Moses Harris. He's on his way here to provide aid, though by my estimate won't arrive for another 25 days. Oh no. 25 days may be too long. We should do what we can to clear the nearby foliage and create signals so the rescue party can find us sooner. Okay, are you going to join us? One remaining survivor consumes a total of 1 pound of food supplies. Well, I guess go out and find medicine if you can. Yep, she got bit by a rattlesnake. A flock of ducks suddenly scatters in the air from the water trail nearby the trail. If they're quick... Nope. He's got crappy shooting. Lucian draws the rifle quickly and fires a shot at the flock. Unfortunately, his aim is off. The shot goes wide, missing the ducks, who immediately flee out of range. And then NASCAR happened. With no other survivors to help salvage, the party is forced to simply endure the dry heat and hope rescue arrives in time. It's fine. Everybody buck up. Buck up, kiddos. We have plenty of food. Well, we can't change the rations for ourselves. Without warning, the wagon is surrounded by sand borne on the wind. The grains grate against the party's skin. The sandstorm worsens, limiting vision. The party is coated in dust and sand. The air grows difficult to breathe. It tests the fortitude of all caught in it. You're fine. Let's do some of this. Let's do some of this. There's no other survivors. Yep. We just got to wait. Uh-oh, Lucian's about to get dysentery. See, his hygiene is really bad. Jeez, now Stephen Meek is having trouble? He reaches into the wagon to check the group's supplies and emits a startled yelp and stumbles backwards. A snake hastily slithers out of the wagon, though nobody manages to get a good look at the species. Well, I guess suck out the venom. You know what? Lucian's already on his way out, so let's have him do it. Lucian grabs Stephen Meek by the arm, sucks the poison out of the wound, and spits it into the dirt. Stephen Meek seems to recover in short order, but Lucian immediately shows signs of illness, which is exactly why... Oh no! Lucian died! Which is exactly why you don't suck poison out of somebody. Let's see. Modest and gentle Lucian, for all the weakness he will never have. Nah. With love we remember Lucian, protected by flowers in the hereafter. No. Oh, here you go. Here lies good old Lucian, tragically died of bacon. Yeah. That's our first person to ever die. This one, I swear, I don't know how I do it, but I always kill every single person in this. I mean, everybody else who's watching this is like, well, no duh. I know how you kill every single person. Guess it's one less mouth to feed. While gathering water for the camp, Stephen Meek finds some turtle eggs buried in the bank. Yep, gather them eggs and eat it. Stephen Meek decides to gather the eggs, regrettable for the mother turtle perhaps, but a necessary sacrifice. Okay. So now we just slowly wait as the days fly by. Without warning, the wagon is surrounded by sand borne on the wind. Yep, okay, great. Another sandstorm. Perfect. Everybody's dirty. The party is awoken by the sound of rumbling wagon wheels and idle chatter. The first wave of the wagon train has caught up to the forward party. There are now 20 survivors in the train. Hey! Perfect. Here they are, chilling out, doing something. Came too late for poor Lucian. So now we have people to send out to aid the rescuers. Oh my god, she came out of nowhere. Ooh. Meek, one of the others has gone missing. We haven't seen a sign of him since last night. His belongings aren't in his tent. It's likely he struck out on his own. Okay then. It's simply too risky to send more out to find a single man. We'll have to hope he made it on his own. Yeah, why would he just leave? Seems like a dumb thing to do. Alright. Let's aid rescuers. Let's go ahead and send out 12? 7? Is that how many? Never you mind my math skills. After some time, 7 survivors return, having cleared some of the nearby foliage, thus reducing the rescue time by 4 days. Awesome! There are 19 survivors remaining. Oh my god. Alright, well, hopefully they'll get here soon, because otherwise we're all going to starve to death. Oh, dysentery. Yep. Red Road has dysentery. Okay. We're going to aid the rescuers. We're going to send out 10 of them. And you know why? Because I don't have enough food to feed everybody. So if they get lost... I'm mean. I'm like the worst... I'm the worst person to run an organ train. A wagon train. After some time, 5 survivors return, having cleared some of the nearby foliage, thus reducing the rescue time by 3 days. Unfortunately, 5 survivors were claimed by the elements and failed to return. There are 14 survivors remaining. Well, y'all are gonna start starving to death pretty soon. A rabbit! Red Road spies a wounded jackrabbit limping amongst the grass off the trail. Swift gunshot. Well, let's see how Stephen Meek can do. 2. Well, he missed. Stephen Meek wings the jackrabbit. He didn't even miss. He just made it worse. The sound of the blast scares the animal and it darts off into the grass as quickly as it's able, leaving a trail of blood in its wake. We are now out of food as evening descends upon us. Y'all can't do starvation rations? Good grief. Without sufficient food supplies, 1 survivor has starved. In 1 day? I mean, I guess we were already kind of on starvation rations, because each person just gets 1 pound of food a day. Yep, let's do this. Let's send them all out. Go. Go! Help them. 10 survivors return while they're all going to die tonight because I have no food to feed them. Oh, Pearl has dysentery. Stephen Meek is forlorn as he should be. He's the reason we're in this mess. Pearl is forlorn. I understand she has dysentery. I mean, look, even if you're already on starvation rations, one night without food at all is not going to kill everybody. So I guess they all died. Who's this guy? Without warning. Yep, another sandstorm. I can't take this. Well, where are you gonna go, Pearl? Just don't wander off into the desert. 4 days. Just chill. Dysentery. Everybody's crapping all over the place, which can't be good for the sanitary conditions of this camp. There are now 30 survivors. Awesome. Good, send them all out. I've only got 1 day of food for them anyway. Did Stephen Meek get bit by another snake? He did. Treat it without medicine. You know, Pearl, with your dysentery-covered hands, go ahead. Figured that wouldn't probably be good. We need to get these people out of here. So I have 1 day's worth of food for these people. So I need to send, like, most of them out. Red Road is forlorn. I know. We're going to aid the rescuers. We're going to send 13 people out. Everybody go. If they don't get here today, we're dead anyway. Perfect. They're here. Holy moly. Well, you know what? That went better, honestly, than I thought it would. Because I'm obviously mean and horrible. And I'm just, like, shoving people out because we can't feed them. You must be the Meek party. I'm sorry we took so long. Oh, by the way, because I just watched a documentary about the Donner Party. The guy who made the, shortcut that wasn't really a shortcut through the Salt Lake Desert or wherever, and then, through the mountains to what is now known as Donner Pass, was Stephen Hastings. So it was Hastings shortcut, and then it was Hastings Pass before it became Donner Pass. I just was remembering because this guy kind of led them to their doom too. Thanks to the aid of Moses Harris, Stephen Meek, and the rest of the wagon train eventually escaped Lost Hollow. And we didn't even have to eat anybody. Despite the adversity, Stephen Meek survived Lost Hollow, guiding the wagon train forward. I probably didn't get very good score. Well, look at that. One person died. One person died of whatever he died of. He didn't die of dysentery. I don't know if technically an injury killed him or if technically the fever took him. I'm not really sure. Total deaths. 1. Man. Lost Hollow. Survive Lost Hollow. Wow, you can complete this with more than 80 survivors. That'd be wild. Meek as Moses. As with most stories surrounded Moses Harris, there's some conjecture as to the historical accuracy of his presence at Lost Hollow. However, according to the History of Oregon by Hubert Bancroft, Moses was instrumental in the rescue of the party stranded at Lost Hollow. That's nice. Alright. So that was it. We've done it, surprisingly. Honestly, I wasn't really expecting... I thought we were just going to go through it and die, and then we'd have to redo it. But honestly, I'm happy that that didn't happen. Because of all of the journey things, this one and this one are my least favorite. Because, man, are they hard to do. Next time we'll do this one, and we'll unlock the harmonica and the carpenter class. But, that's it for this episode. So thank you everyone and anyone who was watching. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.